What is up, everyone? I am so pumped for today's show. I've actually tried to create an orange buzz or glow in my studio, in my office, because that's our brand colors, of course. Um, First and foremost, this is going to be an exciting series. We're going to run this right through till next week because we have such a big update coming with the launch of the UMS app, and that's what this is going to be all about. You're going to see my kids in the background. This is going to be a party. But we are really excited to have Rad here, who is he's heading up the development team for the app. We've also got Richie, who is obviously our head coach for UMS, who's heading up the delivery of our coaching for our coaching group. Now, I want to just quickly highlight the core values of Unity Gym to start off each one of these shows because we live by these core values and we're going to show you examples of that every day. Our 5 core values are care about the community, take personal responsibility, pursue personal development, take massive action, and finally, probably most importantly, get results. And each one of these shows are going to highlight how we're doing that at the moment because the most obvious is that we listen. We send out a monthly feedback survey. We take on the responses that we get to that. Every one of our tribe members in both our UMS coaching group and our UMS programs group, and we'll talk about the difference between those today, have the opportunity to score us from 0 to 10 and then also leave some feedback if they want to. It's anonymous, so they can be as harsh as they want, and we do get harsh feedback from time to time, and we act on it. But I'm absolutely thrilled to say that so far, in the month of June, this is the first month that we've ever had straight 10s, 10 out of 10. And there's a few things that could be why. There's a few reasons why that could be. One of them I spoke to Richie off camera just earlier is that it's the first month ever that I haven't been doing the coaching. It's only been Richard. Because I've been
probably
sick with the flu.
Probably most likely reason.
And this is that's right. This is the first day that I'm not coughing my guts up and could get back on a live show, which is why we've been absent. No, but look, and one of the feedback is that the coaching insights from reviewing posted videos is invaluable. And that's been all Richie over the last couple of weeks. So we really have to take Rad and I have to give credit where credit's due. Rad is hustling like a I don't know. I tried to think of something clever to say, but like a hustler to get the app launched this week. I'm in the background working my butt off to figure out ways of telling you guys exactly why it's so good. And Richie is just delivering the goods, mate. Delivering the coaching, helping people break through. Unleash their inner athlete, and that is, those are sort of our key roles in the organization, and it's just really cool to see it come together. So well done, Richie. 10 out of 10 so far. Anyone who's watching who hasn't done the feedback survey, don't mess it up. Keep them coming. Keep those 10s coming. We've had, and this is a really good segue, talking about the coaching and how, one of the feedbacks from the coaching group is the coaching insights when reviewing our posted videos is invaluable and like nothing they've ever come across before. And this has come from someone who's done some of the most popular programs before. In fact, a lot of our members come from doing really popular, really good programs like ATG, Knees Over Toes. What's another one that the guys have done? Gymnastics Bodies, Athlean X,
World Metal Bodies, GMB.
And they all say that what we do is incredible. So that's a real good testament. And we've had a really great Google review come through from Alan, who's done both of our biggest promotions overnight, saying just started week 4 of Unity Gym's UMS program, and I'm very impressed with the knowledge the coaches and staff possess. Just record a video of an exercise, post it to the group, and the coaches will break it down on a daily call, telling you exactly what you're doing right and let you know how to correct any issues with your form. I've been working out for a long time, and believe me, these guys know their stuff. And that is a real testament because Alan is an absolute weapon. He has been training a lot. He's got probably 20 years.
He's an incredible looking guy as well. Like, to look at him, you can tell that he knows what he's doing.
And he's got the world's best home gym, I think. Like, he'd give the CrossFit Games a run for their money.
I wish I could go work out there.
That's exactly right. So it's a really good, to see reviews like that come through, and you can go check it out if you don't believe us. Click on our Google reviews, and it's the newest one. overnight. So this is where I want to segue into a really good question I had coming off the back of one of my emails yesterday, talking about the fact that we listen and that we've made adjustments to what we do. Most importantly, and the biggest, is that we've gone from charging $37 a week for our program to $49 a month, which is less than $2 a day, where you get your done for you workouts, the new program every 4 weeks. It unlocks a whole bunch of really cool stuff. You also get access to the meal plans, the done for you meal plans that are calorie and macro controlled to optimize muscle protein synthesis and body composition. You also get access to the forum, where it's, I believe, one of the best accountability systems I've ever seen. It's a triple tiered accountability system. You've got like-minded tribe in there that you're communicating with, who are all doing similar or the same program. You've got alumni accountability, people who have done it before you, who have succeeded, who have transformed, who have unleashed their inner athlete, that are there for you to bounce ideas off. And of course, you've got expert accountability with the coaches in there daily. So it's an amazing system, and it's less than $2 a day with that membership. And then the question came through from Lisa. Can I get more info on what the 49 monthly program offers and how it differs from the 12-month transformation program that's on the website currently for $97 a week? And the simple answer is, and we're going to, of course, give you the deep dive in a sec. The simple answer is it's no different. You get everything that you get in the 12-month transformation. The only thing you don't that we do is, one group, we have these deep dive daily coaching calls, and you get access to that in the 97 a week. For less than one personal training session at an average gym, you get 5 days of coaching with a panel of experts that include physiotherapists and the three of us. And that's just nuts, really, when you think about it. And the reason why we designed this program, and I'll let Rad and Richard have a chew on this in a sec, because I know that Rad's got a lot to say about this, is because we know that doing one or two personal training, I've been a personal trainer since 2004. So is Rad. He had a stint in the military as an infantry soldier with Richard. But other than that, we've been in the game for a long time, since December 5th, 2004. And what we've learned in that time of coaching people is that one or two personal training sessions a week does very little for someone. But having access to a coach in a program 5, 6, or 7 days a week, if you need a radical intervention, does a hell of a lot. And that's the secret to how we get such good results. And so what we've done is structured our program so that it is less than one personal training session with a good personal trainer. I know some personal trainers charge less than $97, but if you go to anyone noteworthy, you're going to be paying, upwards of $100 an hour. For less than that, you get hours of access to an expert panel of coaches 5 days a week, plus a 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 day a week program, depending on how you want to carve it up. Rad, what do you think?
Oh, look, I'm excited, Yanni. I'm excited to talk about this because, well, look, the truth is we don't do this very often. If anybody that watches our stuff regularly knows that we just answer questions and we give away content and knowledge and everything. But every now and then we toot our horn a little bit, and today's one of those days, or this week's one of those weeks, because it's such a big change. But I'm just going to really clarify this. What do you get that's different? It's exactly the same program. One comes with coaching, one comes without coaching. So we've really just, what we've listened to with people is that that's what people want. People want the freedom to say, look, I don't want the coaching. I don't really feel that I need it. I just want access to the program, and they want to pay accordingly. And if that's you, less than $2 a day, you get the program.
I want to just very quickly, I want to just correct what you're saying, because I don't believe it's right to say that one gets coaching and one doesn't get coaching. They both get coaching, because you've got the coaching tutorials. So you've got a personal training session recorded for every single exercise. Then you've got a follow along tutorial, which is one of the three of us doing the workout with you for every single workout, so that you can, and the idea behind that is to keep you accountable to time, because we call our workouts UMS the most efficient 60-minute workout on the planet. But it falls apart if you just sort of go at it at your own pace. And some people like to do that. But if you want to see how we get it all done in 60 minutes, then there is a press play follow along. Now, that is very high levels of coaching. And then in the forum, you
true.
also get access to
So
that.
I'll clarify then, it's the Zoom coaching calls. It's the ability to ask questions. And people say often when we talk about the coaching group, people say, I can't join a call every day. You don't need to. But it's that you've got it there so that you can get a 24-hour turnaround for any coaching questions that you need.
And we also timestamp everything. So when someone posts a video of themselves doing a movement that they want it really analyzed and broken down, and we give the coach's eye, we draw diagrams, we correct posture, we have physios look at it. And some people just like that level of service. You know, some people don't need it. Most people don't need it. But there are a cohort of people who really appreciate that. And the cool thing about using the app is that you can jump in and out of that group, right?
Yep, that's
so
right.
you could do coaching for a month if you wanted to, and then jump out.
And like honestly, I answered this question in one of our in our UMS Movement Mastermind Facebook group, which is our free group where anybody watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast, that's really your first step after you've looked at what we do and think, oh, this is interesting, I want to know more. Go and join that free Facebook group where we can interact with you a little bit better. But somebody started asking, they saw one of my posts. I did a post to our socials last week where I talked about active recovery. And active recovery is really one of the core differences to the UMS. It's that when you do a 60-minute workout with the UMS, we get real strength training, real flexibility training, and real fitness training all done in an hour. And what do I mean by real? There's several components to that. Number one is intelligent programming. It's not rubbish. It's scientific programming. We use periodization. There's a method to the way that we progress exercises that comes from, decades of really good, knowledge from great coaches, people like Charles Poliquin, using real methods. And I'm avoiding using the word scientific here because, we all just sort of hate that word. But so that's one aspect to it. But the other aspect to it, and this is very, very important, is that we get enough volume for real strength training, real flexibility training, and real fitness training. And that's a big one because I've seen people say that they do strength and flexibility training, but then when you look at the volume that they do, and volume means how many reps and how many sets did you do of bench pressing in your bench press workout? And there's certain amounts of volume that need to be hit if you want to grow muscle or improve in strength. And if you don't hit those numbers, you just don't see the results that you want. And so if you're just doing these workouts that say, oh, we do strength and flexibility, but you're not getting the volume, then you're doing a workout that really is it's just not going to deliver the results that you want. So that's what I mean by real strength training and real flexibility training. And yeah, when you do, the idea with our program is that, if you come into the app and think about, like, I'll go back to this guy who asked this question. You come to this point where this guy in the Movement Mastermind group, he asked a question about how do you use active recovery? How do you put it together in a workout? When you get to that point, you're no longer asking questions that are general about what, like, for example, why would you do active recovery? That's something we can answer. You're now asking programming questions. And a programming question that's answered always spawns two more programming questions. Always. If you're sitting there trying to work out how do you write programs, like that's basically what you're asking. You ask a question, you get an answer, and you go, okay, cool. But then how do you do it on this day? Or then how do you do it like that? And if you're at that point, if you really want to know, join the program, do it for a month. If you don't like it, stop. And you have literally spent less than, well, it's actually $1.66 a day.
Yeah. That's $2
and the idea, like what you will learn from doing the UMS, if you are really serious about your training for that price, from what we've seen and from what our 212 5-star Google reviews say, there's nothing out there like it. And then the idea, going back to what's the difference between the groups, Yanni, can you jump back and forward? People will go in, we give them the opportunity to experience the UMS for a very low entry point. And then if you come to a point where you have lots of questions and you want a higher level of coaching, yeah, you can jump into that coaching group and do it for 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months, whatever you want. You can jump in and out of it and just get the coaching that you need and continue with the program, and it'll change your life. I mean, we've got a member, Erland, who's been with us for just over a year now, and who, when he started, was at a level where he really needed some help to get somewhere. And he posts videos of himself doing, one of the things that I've seen him post a couple of times is, and what he did recently is doing sets of 6 or 7 chest to bar pull-ups. When he started with us, he couldn't do one pull-up, and he talks about how it's pull-ups are one of the things that he benchmarks himself at in other people in the gym, and he looks around and sees how other people are progressing, and people are using like really common methods like using bands to try to get better and things like that, and no one has made progress in pull-ups, and everybody's looking at him for guidance for how he's getting better. And that's, it's just an example. If you
and Erland came to us with postural things to overcome, compromise, all sorts of stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's not just exercise,
but it's also it's not. Well, hang on a second. I was just going to say the thing is, what's really special about the UMS? There's so many different things. But what's really special about the UMS is that you get strong and flexible and fit at the same time. So you lose fat, you build muscle, you tone up, you get in great shape, but you get strong and flexible, and it takes an hour for the workout. I've never seen that before in neither of our members.
It's not just exercise. We're out of time, but we are going to talk about this tomorrow because Richie is working on calorie and macro controlled meal plans at the moment that are being loaded into the app. So you get access to these. So essentially we give you a calculator, you work out based on your goal, based on your body, how many calories you need. And people forever have asked us, how do I get enough protein in my diet? Because, the protein guidelines for health and for like just meeting the base level requirements and for optimization of your physique vary immensely. And very few people, when they come and join the program, are meeting their dietary protein needs based on how much they're exercising. And that's one of the most common questions we get asked. How the hell do I meet my protein requirements? I just can't put a diet together that will work it. And Richie's putting together a meal plan customized for every type of body that's going to be preloaded into the app. So you just basically put your details in, it'll spit you out, and it'll show you exactly how to get enough protein in your diet based on how much you're exercising. It is such a powerful thing that, I want people to understand it's not just exercise that's covered. It is done for you, exercise and programming. It is done for you, meal plans.
Listen, before we finish, one of the best questions that anybody could ask has just been asked on the YouTube channel by AAVV. I absolutely loves this question from San Francisco Fangirl. Can these hour-long workouts be performed at home? From what I've seen, I have never seen a program that does what we do. We literally have a gym version and a home version of the exact same workout. And the home version uses absolutely no equipment. And what do I mean by the same workout? For example, Monday is our bent arm strength and front splits day. So on Monday, we train upper body movements that involve bending the elbows, pushing and pulling, and the front splits. And whether you train at the gym or at home, you do the same workout, but one of them is using barbells and dumbbells at the gym, and the other one is using calisthenics at home with absolutely zero equipment. So you absolutely
There's no other program on the
planet
that comes anywhere near matching that. And the most amazing thing is that some of the best results we've ever got, the best transformations of our tribe, are people doing the home workouts, So they deliver exceptional results.
And the reason why our home workouts are so phenomenal is because we had to
pivot. By the way, AAVV.
Yeah, it's a great question. But when COVID hit, we had to very, very quickly create a home version of our workouts, and it was out of necessity. So because we were experienced with calisthenics, it was easy for us to just take the framework of our UMS program and just turn it into a home workout version. And I did them live every day on YouTube, and I put on 6 kilos of muscle and lost body fat over the 12 weeks of the first lockdown from doing those home workouts. It was an amazing transformation that I even went through from doing them. And no
Now
joke.
I'm gonna dive in because we are 6 minutes. We're 7 minutes over time. We got to get into our daily group coaching for our coaching group now. This is where we go live in a Zoom call with all our tribe and analyze their videos and answer questions. But we're going to be doing this daily, and I'm going to say this is going to be not a shameful plug, but one hell of a plug for our UMS app. But we want to make this valuable for you. So get your questions in the comments, just like
any questions,
AAVV. Any questions about your coaching? How what would you like to know? Because just about every single person in the beta right now that's using the app, we got about 30 people in our beta group at the moment. Every single one of them say, if I knew what was in here, I would have joined UMS years ago. And so what we're trying to do over the next week or so, while we build up to the launch, is just let you guys know exactly what you get for $1.60 a day. less than half a cup of coffee, mind you. If it's Starbucks, it's a quarter of a cup of coffee. You get everything, and it's huge. And you're never going to come across anything anywhere near this. This is strength and flexibility training reinvented, and it is the best fitness app on the market. And I will confidently say that. Anyway, and we got so much more to share about the leaderboards and the giveaways and the prizes and the monthly calls that you get if you win one of those leaderboards with Rad and the tribe, and how everyone's interacting with it. And hopefully we may even get a couple of our guys from the beta group on the call to talk about it as well. We'll see how we go. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, guys, and I hope you found that useful.
See you soon.